Hello, welcome to Swansea UFO Network, and we're out here again with Debra Brooks, who is another Night of the Triangles witness. 19th of January 1983. Debra was 15 years old and standing here in Morriston, just above Neath Road on the way to Parc Avenue, and she was here with a few friends. Can you tell us what happened that night?
I was hanging out with three other friends, Susan and another two friends who've since passed away. We were just hanging out by here, messing about as you do, teenagers, and I kind of sensed that there was something above us. That I saw that there was like a darkness coming over us, and when I looked up, there was a large triangle travelling from that direction over to this direction, and it was huge. It's huge. Where it was, you could see there was no stars. All stars, you could see all the stars were out, but there was a specific black triangle.
How big was it?
It was about the size of 2 football fields, but it was quite low as well, and it was moving very, very slowly. It was just really, really slow.
Any sound at all?
No, I didn't hear anything. Nothing.
No,
nothing. We had the traffic down on the main road, but nothing else.
What time are we talking?
It was around 6 o'clock. It had been dark, I think, for about an hour. It was cold, it was dark, it was clear skies.
How old would you have been at this time?
About 14 and a half, 15.
Right.
We were just hanging out here.
Clear sky?
Yeah, clear sky, lots of stars.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Who was the first one to see it?
Me, I was the first one.
So it was you, your friend Sue, and 2 others?
Yeah.
Boy and a girl, I think you said, was it?
Brother and sister, yeah.
And they're all about the same age?
Yeah. I think they're all about a year or 2 younger than me, maybe.
Just to put you in the picture, we're in Parc Avenue, which is between Parc Avenue, that way, and Morriston. Neath Road is just down there. That's the main road. And we're looking across the valley towards Winchwen.
Yeah.
Over there. So it came from up there.
Came from that direction, from Troither Road area.
Troither Road's up on top of the hill.
Yeah, right on top of the hill, and it came across, and it headed off over to, say, Kevin Henguide School.
You can see Kevin Henguide in the distance there.
Over there.
So west to east.
Yeah, but it was huge. It was absolutely huge. The back end of it was over those trees and the houses there.
You explained to us earlier that you think of a triangle, it'd be going like point first, but this was going
flat end first. The point was that end. Yeah, the flat end. Yeah, and it had already passed over the houses and the road.
Yeah.
And
were there any lights on it?
No, it was just complete blackness. It was just a big black triangle, no lights, no sound, just the stars were gone. And you could see the stars around, but the stars were gone. So, yeah.
You were the first one to see it, were you?
I saw it. I was looking at it, and then my friends were still talking to each other, messing about and that. So I brought it to their attention. Look at that, what's that? And they just stood there looking, and nobody was saying anything, nobody was moving, nobody was doing anything, and I just wanted to run. And I was starting to get a bit of a panic, and I kind of grabbed Susan, and she kind of, I don't know, it was as though she was fixated on it, and then she was surprised to see me when I grabbed her. I was like, we gotta run. So I grabbed her, and then we all started running then.
Which direction did you run?
Over the road to her mum's. I can't remember if her mum's was that way or that way. It was I know she lived by here. And
she had to be in for tea, didn't she?
She hadn't been in for tea, so when we were barging in through the door and everything, her mum just gave her a row for being late for tea.
Yeah.
And
by what time for tea?
Oh, I think she had to be in by 5 or something like that. So yeah.
That helps us time it.
Yeah. And
put a time to it.
Yeah. But it was around about 6 o'clock. It'd been dark for about an hour or so.
If you came from over the hill's quite a few hundred feet high, isn't it? You got Morriston School on top.
but it was still, it's still, that's still close going over us. It's a lot lower than what you'd have a plane or a helicopter,
Yeah.
you know. But it was frightening.
What aspect of it made it frightening? It was a long time ago, but
I didn't understand what was going on, and nobody else seemed to be as concerned about it at first as I was.
Yeah.
And I just didn't understand. I was confused, and I was only 14, 15, you know, you don't...
Did you tell anyone in the house when you got into the house about it?
I think I told a few people, but I think I got dismissed quite a bit about it.
And did you see it in the paper the following day then?
I didn't.
You didn't?
No. It was just one of those things that was talked about, and then it went away. Nobody was bothered by it. Nobody was interested. And I just never really spoke to people, you know, about it. My husband knew about it. Yeah, I think that's about it, really. That was about it.
I think this is the first case we've had where it's going backwards, if you like, then, isn't it? And no reversing lights. Yeah, it's the first one, yeah. All the others have been sort of point first. This is
no, this was definitely...
the two CID detectives were over in Trackland at the time, which is over that side of the valley, and they saw he described the object as like a rectangle, and
okay,
it was sort of going towards them, and then it turned towards the bay. So
that's right, yeah.
you might have seen the same object. So that Mike Troke, his name was, he reckoned it was rectangular.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering whether, because you saw it go in flat edge first,
yeah,
Whether that's why they thought it was rectangular.
he might have thought it was rectangular.
yeah. I'm really certain
Because
it
the
was a
flat edge
triangle.
was-
Yeah, I am very certain that it was a triangle, and it was the flat end was
The other thing is
forward,
he
and
saw
there was
lights.
no lights.
There were no lights. Yeah, that makes me think, it might not be the same thing.
Cars have got lights. You can turn them on. You can turn them off.
Yeah, maybe they were visible from his direction.
Yeah.
He was looking at it.
Because when I saw it, it was already over us. It wasn't approaching. It was
Straight up.
already over us. And
So let me ask you a question. If this was directly above you now,
Yeah.
right? Where would each end of it have been? Let's assume
the front end,
the middle of it was over you, right?
yeah, the front end was down to where, see that tree line there, where the main road is?
Yeah.
The front end was already there,
Yeah.
and the back end was up where that tree line is there.
Oh, it was huge.
You're absolutely massive then.
2 football fields.
And what about width?
It covered this row of houses. Definitely covered this row of houses.
So from over there.
So from here down to just past that street lamp.
Yeah. What, the
first
two
one.
street lamps down?
The first one.
No, the first one there, just beyond that.
Yeah.
Just beyond that. So say the width of those houses there. 1, 2, 3, 4,
And
5,
was it
6
directly over
houses.
you?
Directly above me. Directly above me. The middle, when I looked up, it was the middle part. So
And how fast was it going?
really slow, really slow. I could have walked faster.
Oh, right, that slow.
Yeah. I could have, if I had run down to the bottom, I would have got there before the back end of it got down there.
When the four of you started to leg it, how far it had gone?
It had the point had just passed over us.
Right.
So, yeah.
When it was above you, was there any sort of markings you could make out on it? Or
No, it was
shape,
just
or
black. Just black.
Just like
just
shadow then, is it?
black.
Reflecting street lights.
No, it was just black, as your coat, black.
Not reflective at all.
No.
Featureless.
Yeah, there was dark sky, black sky, lots of stars, and there was this triangle where there was no stars.
Because it was so quiet, what made you look up?
I don't know. I do keep asking myself that question.
We were right underneath the street lamp here. Was
Yeah.
the street lamp Can you remember
That would have been on. That would have been on.
So that might have obscured your view of it in a way because there was light shining down.
Possibly, yeah.
But you did say, I think, when you started the conversation that there was a sort of like darkness came over the top of you. So maybe it was sort of darker then than
Yeah,
the sky was normally, and perhaps that's what attracted your attention.
yeah. I don't know what made me look up. I really don't know.
Yeah.
But I did.
Yeah.
And I didn't believe what I was seeing at first. And then when I realised I was seeing something, that's when I tried to say to the guys, what's that? What's going on? Look at that. And I mean, it was a bit more excitable than that. And then they were looking, and we all just stood there. I don't know. I don't have a time period.
School locally in the area here, or?
No, I wasn't.
You weren't?
No. My friends were. My friends
No, I'm just
were.
wondering if any other sort of school kids had spoken about it or talked about the incident, you know, that may have seen it as well.
No, the only people I spoke to about it at the time were my 3 friends, and I think I mentioned it to some family members, and that was that.
You haven't been back here since, have you?
No, I haven't. I
First
haven't. Yes. Yeah. I mean, we used to hang out, but
Where did you live at the time?
I lived down in Plasmol, down the bottom end.
Not too far then.
No. I used to just walk up along Neath Road and cut up here and meet up with my friends. Most of the time we were in one of the other houses, and you know. But this
I
night,
remember those days.
yeah,
Teenagers we saw hanging around the streets.
Yeah.
They don't do it anymore,
Yeah.
do they? They're all in the house on their laptops.
we used to be left alone. You know, we were in the alleyway by here, on the steps. You know, you could sit down with where the wall was, have a muck about with your friends, have a laugh.
Yeah.
Nobody bothered you because you wasn't outside anybody's house.